Hey sis, let's talk about emotional regulation. Not as a definition, but as an experience. Because a lot of times when we hear the words emotional regulations, the first thing we think is that means we have to be calm all the time, or we have to be in control of our emotions all the time, even to the point of suppressing emotions. And that's not what it feels like at all. What I've learned through my own healing journey and through working with other women is that emotional regulation is actually about safety in the body. Yes, in the body. For a long time, I thought something was wrong with me because I was a deep feeler and still am a deep feeler. And a lot of times with that, I was like, oh, I shouldn't feel this way or I shouldn't be this sensitive. And while as I've grown and learned more about myself and my emotions, and now I can actually speak about those emotions. I can talk about them and I understand where they come from. But my body was still holding so much tension, even though I could verbalize the emotions I was feeling and call myself processing those emotions and speaking intelligently about them. My body was feeling tension. I could feel it in my shoulders, in my back, in my heart space. So what shifted? And I still work on this. But what shifted things for me wasn't more thinking because I do have a tendency of overthinking. I'll admit it. I can overthink. But it was how I learned how to be with my body while emotions were present. Let me say that again. Be with my body while the emotions were present. Hmm. Emotional regulation does not feel like shutting down. It doesn't feel like forcing yourself to be positive all the time. And it definitely doesn't feel like bypassing what is there. It is there and it's there for a reason. It is there to be addressed. It is there to be processed. It is there to be moved through. It feels like having enough inner space to notice an emotion without being overtaken by it. The emotion is there. It doesn't mean it has to control everything. It just means attention is needed. So some of the things that help not be overtaken by emotion, but still respect the fact that the emotion is there, is that softening a breath instead of tightening. Like some of us, if we get a little upset or whatever, I know for me, I tend to tighten up and then kind of shut down, go into shutdown mode. But if I can feel that coming on, I'm getting frustrated or something is bothering me or I'm offended by something and I feel that tightening, I counteract that with a breath. Let me just breathe. Shoulders dropping a little, just relaxing the shoulders. Because like I said before, a lot of times we carry this tenseness in our shoulders and then we end up tensing up and then your shoulders are hurting and your jaw is clenched and just relaxing the shoulders. And here's a good one. Less urgency to fix something or explain. One thing I found out is that when my emotions are high, or with the women that I work with, I found that this is like a theme throughout things. When emotions are high, we have this urgency to fix something or explain something. Explain why I'm feeling this way or explain my way of it or make excuses or whatever we do. We're trying to explain and justify why we are feeling a certain way. And usually when our emotions are high and we are upset, frustrated, it's usually not the time to try to fix anything or try to explain it. Feeling into your emotions and feeling sturdy and confident in your emotions is the feeling of feeling grounded enough to stay in those emotions without them overtaking you. And when I say stay in there, I'm not saying something like stay in there forever. I'm saying stay long enough to process it and not try to suppress them or not try to run away from it. You're still feeling the emotions, but you are not drowning in the emotions. So the biggest thing is that emotions live in the body, right? They live in the body. So regulations happens in the body, not just the mind. A lot of times when we think about emotions, we think about feelings and everything that's in our mind. But what we have to understand is these emotions actually live in our body. For instance, if you have a broken heart or someone's hurt you and you love someone and it's hurt you, a lot of times we're feeling that in our chest, right? So that emotion is living in our chest at that moment. When we are tense, a lot of times we carry that tenseness in our shoulders. So that emotion is living there in the shoulders. When we are nervous, when they say butterflies in your stomach, that means those emotions are living in your stomach. So this is why practices like gentle movement, breath, stillness, and even energetic awareness can be so powerful. They help your nervous system learn that it is safe to feel. And when the body feels safe, emotions can move. So the body has to feel safe, and then the emotions can move. And then when those emotions can move, the clarity comes. What I see so often in women who are in women I work with is that they are very capable women. So if you're watching this and you're like, but I should be able to control this because I am so magnificent in all parts of my life. I'm a boss babe. I get things done. I am a great mother and all. I see that. Very capable women, very aware, but internally exhausted because they've been trying to hold it together for so long. But when we're given space to slow down and be more gentle, something shifts. There's relief, there's softness, and there is a sweet remembering of ourselves. That's where we want to get when we are processing emotions. So this is the heart of what I do, supporting emotional regulation through embodied, intuitive practices. So if this resonates with you, you're welcome to stay connected here. And if you're looking for support beyond this YouTube video, you can explore working with me through my website. Details will be below. So thank you so much for being here. Take a sweet breath before you go. See you next time. Thank you.